Fill her up.
You're listening to the Gas Digital Network.
You better get ready for the Fart Carnival. It's a Fart Carnival.
Like slightly.
It's a Fart Carnival.
I am, but
She's not even recording yet.
she is.
Oh, you are?
I knew it. I saw
Hi,
it.
everybody. Welcome to Fart Carnival. I almost said Fartville.
Fartville.
I don't even know the name of it
And
yet.
Finkel's the mayor.
Welcome to Fart Carnival, everybody.
Hello.
We're back.
Couple announcements were you about
Couple
to
of
say?
announcements. We're quitting. We've decided to not do the show anymore.
Yeah. Too much. Too much.
It was too much of us. No, I'm just kidding. We have found out. I desperately tried to find out what the story of this clown was, because someone had pointed out that it is kind of menstrual.
Minstrel show.
Minstrel?
Yeah.
Not menstrual?
You definitely said menstrual. Menstrual?
It's a minstrel-y kind
Should we
of.
start over?
It's got minstrel vibes. It's got minstrel vibes.
It
which I do
definitely
get.
does. Yeah.
I do get, but I looked this up. That is Coco the Clown, and he is from a little cartoon that was on Disney, and which
That
could
doesn't
also,
make it not minstrel.
I know,
though.
it could
That
be
definitely
still bad.
doesn't exonerate
There are
it
some
completely.
really crazy old cartoons
Yeah.
where they're just like they were just openly racist, which makes you think. Like, at that time, was it that bad?
I think.
Or is it that bad right now because we're so aware of how bad racism is?
So what I think is the actual stuff was so bad
Yeah.
that nobody gave a shit about a cartoon.
Ex-
But
yeah.
now things are better. So
Yeah.
the cartoons are being that much more magnified, and you're like, "What's all this microaggression
Right.
shit?" The world is, I think it's more that than
Right.
because you can't. I don't know if anybody's watching cartoons while a fire hose is blasting them across a highway.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. It's not too bad. I bet there are, or were rather, some, families that would see walk by their kids watching this cartoon,
Right.
and they see Bugs Bunny or Daffy Duck shoot a gun, and then all of a sudden they have blackface on with the little those little braids that they would do to symbolize black people in these fucking cartoons. And I bet you look it up. Look it up.
I don't know what you're talking
Look
about.
it up. Look up old racist cartoons. There's always big lips,
Well, yes.
black face,
Yeah.
and then the little braids.
The braids?
Little
how did
braids.
But how did the braids come about from a muffler?
What do you
Like,
mean?
how did they?
Well, that's the look- that's
the
where
muffler
the-
twisted them up and put a barrette at the end.
That's where the cartoon aspect comes in.
I see.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense.
That
It
makes-
is.
it-
It is
that's-
drawn after
It
all.
becomes a cartoon. Yeah, it's like the joke is, look what it made him.
Yeah.
But I bet there were families, like guys that would walk by that, like dads or whatever, and be like, "What the hell are you watching? What the hell is this?" But just not really give a shit that much.
Right. And so that's interesting, right? Is like there must have been a generation that watched that to be entertained, while an older generation that was like really super oppressed
Yeah.
is watching their kid. Like, it's almost probably how like some old heads think about hip hop and shit.
Yeah.
And they're just watching like all the chains and just the
Right.
women on leashes and shit. And they're
Right.
just
And they're like, "What the hell is
What?
this?" Man, when I was coming up, it was about the music.
It was-
And how is the sound, by the way? I'll talk louder.
Yeah.
But we got a couple of comments.
Somebody's been in the comments. I was gonna say, is Brendan the whole first 5 minutes of this show you've been addressing
Have
comments
I?
I've also read.
Well, I just think we're gonna try not to do that as much, I think, because that's not fun at all. And we're just trying to have fun. And but I will say this is the episode back from the premiere, and it is a special episode. And I just want to address some things that we should fix if they need to be fixed. The fucking what was I trying to say?
I don't know.
Like Allah
Allah
Akbar,
Uh-huh.
the sound Some two people
For sure.
have said the sound could be better.
Yeah, this is probably a pre-production conversation, though. I do love that you're bringing it up just to
I
turn
just want
the
them to
screws
know
on Natalie
if
back
the
there.
sound sucks right now.
It was an us recording 2 episodes back to back before it came out issue. That's now been fixed.
There
See?
you go. See?
If not,
Look at that.
it's my head that the commenters will get for this.
Whatever. Well, I'll never mention it again. I'll never mention it again. But
Don't worry about it. It's okay. I definitely wanted to make sure that all technical aspects are okay. I also want to apologize for my voice. It's even cummier than usual. I'm well aware. I have a little bit of a nasal infection.
Right.
Heading into Thanksgiving. But,
or a cold.
or a cold. Something Brendan will undoubtedly catch as well.
Ugh,
But we didn't smoke together. I did
sucks.
that.
Yeah,
I
we're
saved
a
you.
little responsible. But as far as the racism conversation goes
Sure.
as well, is, you know what I was watching? I saw a clip from Austin Powers.
Uh-huh.
And it's when they're running away from Godzilla. And, he goes, it's funny, he goes, it's Godzilla. And then
Right.
another Asian guy walks by and goes, well, it's not Godzilla, but because of a copyright thing, we can't say it's Godzilla, but it looks like Godzilla. you know?
Yeah.
And I was watching that, and I'm like, I remember that being so funny. And I'm sure, but at the time being like, well, of course this isn't racist. I mean, it's definitely planting some shit in your head.
Uh-huh.
But I wasn't going like, yeah, get 'em. I could see where they're like, well, you see, they're creating a pattern, so you don't even notice that you're being racist. I do understand that, but I
hope Fart Carnival becomes an exclusively critical race theory podcast led by Professor Brendan Sagalow.
Do we talk about race a lot in
No,
here?
just now. I'm very interested in this perspective because I don't know. Maybe I'm an oddball, but I think a lot of our viewers might agree with this. Is like anytime I saw that shit as a kid, and I don't think I'm lying. I could be, but I don't think I am.
Yeah.
But anytime I saw that shit as a kid, I knew it was like exaggerated, like ridiculous,
Right, right, right.
cartoonish in nature, that it wasn't really what Japanese people were
Yes,
like. I
and-
mean, the voice was just funny.
And I agree with
But
you.
I never once took that to inform me, or those have never informed me on certain cultures.
Yeah, but it has. But it has. In a
Okay.
way, it has, because it does put that.
But I live
shit
in New
the
York.
back of
I
your
don't like
head.
certain cultures based on personal interaction. It's not on
Yeah.
based on media.
I just fear, and maybe it's not true, but if we never, and this might be the wokest thing I've ever said,
I'm so
but
excited.
if
This is my favorite episode.
if
so
we
far.
never got
Brendan puts on a fucking sheepskin jacket and becomes Johnny Lefty.
I know. That's what happened to Mark Maron. He just put on a jacket and boots, and he was like, wait a minute.
I
gotta
never have
get
to
on
wear
the
this to
others.
work. This is purely a fashion statement.
That's so funny, dude. Yeah, I am wearing the cuck starter.
This is
outfit
this
a
is
little.
the soft hands workwear outfit.
Yeah,
The
this
man
is,
who's never picked up a shingle in his life,
Exactly.
but looks like he's on top of a roof doing winter work.
Exactly. I'm more of like a guy like the My Pillow guy, but for like tractors and stuff. You know what
Sure.
I mean? I'm not a real farmer, but I would go, this is a good drill. Woo, woo,
Yeah.
woo, woo. This
What's the
is
My
a
Pillow
good-"
guy though?
I forgot his name.
No, I know that. Well, I know who he
I'm
is.
like
but what
whatever
was-
that job
he,
is.
but he, what was
Like,
he a
or he-
poser of?
He's just like, I don't know. I guess that is the connective tissue that
Because
you would need
just
to
pillows,
get.
you just need to lay
No,
down.
but they always get these guys to talk about something. Like even like the spray your fucking door and you can't spray your boat and you'll be able to, if you got a hole in the boat, you could spray it and then you can. You remember that one?
No. Oh,
You
like
never
the
got these
Flex
infomer-
Seal?
the
Or
Flex
what- yeah,
Seal,
yeah.
yeah. It's
yeah.
like all these guys. I think there is something to that. Maybe not that guy specifically, but sometimes when they get spokespeople,
Yeah.
they make them look. It's almost like when you go to if you hear Outback commercials and they're like Foster's, get
Right,
a
right,
nice thing
right.
at Foster's. Like they get the guy, but it's
Yeah.
not real.
Well,
That's
also-
me for like being a worker. You know what I mean? Like I'm dressed like this, and I'm like, right, you guys. I do look like. I'm dressed like the Irish mob's son, like
Yeah.
the Don of the guy.
No, who you look, I mean, I think I make this
Microprocessors.
reference all the time, but you would, I'm saying this to kind of hopefully put it out there to casting directors who obviously watch and listen to Fart Carnival.
Right, the minute we talked about race, they were like, "And next,
And a click, 15
call
seconds.
her daddy."
But
I'm gonna go
I
to
listened
call
to
her
that for
daddy.
the first time, and I cannot believe there's an audience of people for that show.
Go on.
I can't believe, because I think somebody made a sketch of it, but it was like how she used to talk about, like, do you ever like get four knuckled by a
Oh, and
frat
it's
guy
Jane
and you're
Goodall?
blacked out? Yeah, and then you know now she's
that
like,
was
and
Chris
now what do you-
Chris Fleming's joke.
it's very fun, and now
Very
she's like
funny,
very
dude.
sincere and like, what has your trauma done to inform your current state of and your educational
Oh,
background?
really?
Like,
Oh,
it's just
that's so
turned into this
funny.
weird thing, and it's also this dimwit.
Oh,
This person who, you know, it just, there's a quality of the questions that are asked and in the way that you are, where, I don't know, for me personally, I just can't intellectually get there with thinking that she even wants to hear an answer.
And I totally hear you, but she can't be that dumb if she's created that. You know, she's
she's a great business person.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't think it's, did I say dumb? I said dimwit. Yeah, so I suppose that means
I think
dumb.
dimwit means dumb.
But I don't know. There's just, I'm kind of always, I'm very surprised by some of the things, but also shouldn't be, by some of the things that
Yeah.
catch on, and you're like, huh, there's a lot of those people, huh?
Yeah, I'm trying to, and I talked about this in therapy. Sorry, y'all. We should have a little therapy drop.
That would be cool.
I'll make a therapy song. Dude,
Alan.
I downloaded this. Yeah, I can make this very easily. We'll have a little drop. Downloaded this AI music thing, and
we have a full production team.
Well, I don't need them. Yeah, well, I was talking about this therapy. It's about predicting the way people are gonna, just predicting life more. Having to just be like accepting and predicting things. Like, yeah, of course, you know, it's like, I don't know what I'm saying.
I'm interested to know what you mean, because
It was more like the
do you mean
prediction.
get rid of your expectations or have confidence in your expectations?
Just
or
like
predictions.
Like, as far as predictions go, it's kind of like interpersonal communications with family.
Do you
and
mean
stuff like that.
expectations?
No. I know what I'm trying to say, and it has nothing to do with what we were talking about. But I thought there was like a connective thing.
I know what I'm trying to say, and it has nothing to do with what we're currently talking about, which I brought up to say what I'm trying to say.
I just was saying, like, what were you saying about accepting or something? Weren't you talking about this?
I think so. Well, I was starting to say, instead of like,
The AI thing threw me off. The AI song, and then getting yelled at for having production.
I see, you didn't
I
expect.
went, whoa, it threw me off. I went, oh, God, my fight or flight kicked in.
You feel like you're in a no wake zone, but a big boat drove by fast, and you're in your kayak. You're like, what the fuck?
Exactly.
Yeah. Sorry. I just saw that exact video like 8 minutes ago. No,
Exactly.
So I don't know if we're saying the same thing, but something I'm saying that is attached to what you're saying
Oh, God.
is that I am trying to not have expectations of people. Like, I know what I want out of
Right.
certain people, and that's fine. But if they don't meet those expectations, it's not fair for me to be upset, because one, I probably never vocalized them. And then two, it's like, they're their own human being.
Right.
They're also on this planet. They got their own life. I forget that
Right.
a lot. Is sometimes you really, I forget what I just saw, but I saw something about how like, it was a Kobe Bryant interview, and it was like the first time he was sentient his entire fucking career, because most
Right.
of it is just like, you know, bottom jaw out Mamba mentality. If the woman in Denver says no, you take her anyway.
Right.
Like, that's his whole thing.
Uh-huh.
But then towards the later part of his career, he was giving these like really insightful interviews, and they were talking about becoming a good teammate. And he was like, it dawned on me one day that he's like, one of my teammates goes, hey, Kobe, I just need to know that you need me. And he's like, well,
Oh.
of course I need you. You're my teammate. I can't do this alone. And he's like, and then a switch flipped where I was like, this guy's approaching it from his own story. So
Yeah.
I'm a part of his story in the same way that to me, he's a part of my story. And his
Right.
perspective is just as valuable and just as part of this as mine. And I've valued my own self above all of this entire time. And he's like, it opened my mind to being connected to other
Whoa.
people, as opposed to being like, you guys are fucking bit players at best.
Yeah.
Smush
Yeah.
Parker,
Yeah.
you're an extra.
Yeah, I mean, it is so funny that it's like at whatever age we are now, we're going like, and there are other people there's other people in the world.
It
But I
takes a
do
long
think
time.
there's not a lot of people that think about that.
No, but I think it's something I'm trying to teach my son early, because I think I've told
Yeah.
you this, but like I don't know if it's healthy. I don't know if it's a sign of like schizophrenia or what. But when I was a kid, I used to think that there were cameras on me.
Oh, like
All
the
the
Truman
time.
Show?
Like I genuinely thought I was.
You'd smile at a corner of the bathroom and go, "That one was for you guys."
Yes. I used to Jim Halpert invisible cameras all the time before that show was
I tried
even
doing
on.
that once, and my buddy Jacob went, "Don't do that." He literally called me out. I went we were in high school or something, and I went, and he went, "Stop."
I've been having.
He went, "What?" He literally went, "Stop! Don't do that." And I never did it again.
I've gone like.
I love getting called out, dude.
Oh.
I had another one where my buddy Dan, I almost said his full name. Dan, I remember I was driving with my mom in the car and I saw another kid in the front seat and I told all my friends that that kid thought I was Bam Margera. And I was like, that kid, he was saying, "What's up, Bam?" or something like that.
Uh-huh.
My buddy Dan went, "No, he fucking didn't." And I remember that shit so good.
There's some embarrassing moments like
So
that
well,
where you
fuck
just want to be
me.
a part of the conversation.
I'm a baboon.
You ever-
Oh, and
you know,
I remember that so good.
you and I think, have a similar thing where, like, you both want to be a part of the conversation, but also the lead of the conversation, especially when you were a kid.
Yeah.
Because that is like,
As a kid.
that is so irrelevant to everything that you just like said that because you're like, me,
Yes.
me.
Yes.
I used to do that all the time where I remember this one time, it's like one of the most embarrassing caught in the moment things where I was talking to my buddies Jimmy and Timmy. And we were talking about Barry Sanders. And we were talking about certain moves that we just saw him do in the last game. And like my friend Timmy just like made up a play. Like he was like, "Dude, remember when he did this and he stopped and he did like a backflip over the quarterback's shoulders and then ran it outside." And I was like, "Yes." And then he did that. And he's like, "I'm making that up."
Oh God,
And
they
I
just
was like,
set you up,
I'm
dude.
gay.
You know what always?
I have nothing to offer a
yeah.
sports conversation.
You know what I always love that is kind of in that vein of that response and all that shit is one time I was at camp and the guy was like doing your mama jokes to me, and it was the first time when you figure out you could tell him your mom's dead.
A powerful rebuttal.
It is a very powerful rebuttal.
Yeah.
And I remember because he was doing it to me on like a Tuesday, and I was like, "How do I get back at this guy?" I'm going, what can I say? And then I thought about it, and then like a Wednesday, he was like, "And yo, mama," and I went, "My mom is dead," and we talked about it. We talked about it on the way down from the hill down to the bunks. He was like, "I'm really sorry about what I said about your mom." And I go, "Yeah, He goes, "How did she die?" And I made some shit up. I don't even remember. But
you never told him.
No.
Wait, I have a question.
There is somebody going about the world who now has a confidence problem or some sort of standing up for yourself problem, or someone who's just a quiet guy in a room now because people are like, "Man, why is Gary so quiet?" And then in his head, he doesn't even realize because one time he tried to joke around.
In third grade summer camp, he
Yeah.
said, "Yo, mama."
What were you going to say?
Did you have any sense of like fear of karma? Because that would be my thing as a
I
kid,
felt
where I'd
guilty.
be like,
I did
something
feel
is going to
guilty.
happen to my mom now.
I felt guilt. No. No, at that age, I was like, everyone's invincible, but everybody in my family is invincible.
Yeah, or you don't even care about the victims of your own crimes. You're just like, whatever.
No,
'Cause
yeah, exactly.
I remember, not only do I remember finding out you could say she's dead, but I remember finding out that people say that, and then what are you going to say in response to that?
Yeah.
Because I remember this fucking, something happened where I was on a basketball court, and this kid and I were just talking shit the whole game.
Yeah.
And to the point where I was this was like the most dirtball shit I ever did, but I came around a screen and he kind of like stuck his elbow out, so I just squirreled him. I just hit him right in the balls. And he fucking dropped and just like, he got free throws. I think I may have gotten a technical. They might not have seen exactly what happened. But it got to the point where we were just jawing at each other, and I was like, "Fuck you and your whole family, your fucking sister, your mom, whatever."
Good for
like,
you. That must have felt
and
awesome.
his face got so like sullen, and he was like, "My sister's dead," and I was like, "Fuck you, fuck your sister." I fucked her. I was like 12, and I was like,
Oh my God,
And his
dude.
friend, he goes and started crying. And his friend on his
Wow.
team hugged him, looked at me, and goes, "She really is dead, man."
It's fucking basketball, dude.
It was one of the most. I mean, that is like.
It's basketball. You go, yeah, I know, and I hope your family's dead too. Who are you?
There are times where I think I may have gone even that far, where you're just like, you've
You
dug
don't think
such a
anything's
hole.
gonna come.
You're like, I
Yeah.
might as well get to China.
You have to, dude.
Yeah.
There's no worse feeling than going like, "Oh, I'm sorry, man." And then you're just like, "Oh man," it would ruin the whole game. You'd be like,
yeah. Then you're playing
you'd be
as
playing
a guy who
basketball,
apologized.
You'd be going, "God damn." Yeah, your confidence would be low. You go,
I was.
I can't believe that happened.
For the rest of the game, I sucked. Because,
Really?
Yeah, because I think that's why I had a ceiling in sports is because I'm too empathetic.
Oh, that's
like
so
I want
funny.
people to like me so much, so competition sometimes gets in the
Yeah.
way of people liking you. And I
Yeah.
decided it's more important for me to have friends than to win.
Well, you know what? What's funny about that is I'm the same way. I want people to like me, big people pleaser, and all that junk. But when I was younger, it would manifest in different ways. Like me telling that guy to go fuck himself and fuck you and not backing down. I would have felt great about it I would have felt great about it because my friends to me, like that would make me look cool to my friends. I would go like, I fucking did.
You were the callous crew. You were
What's
just
that?
being callous to other people. You were just
Oh, the
hard.
Callous crew. I
That's
like
not
that.
bad, right? Callous.
Oh, Nick
calluses.
Callis.
No,
The
he's
Nick Callis.
Callas.
Oh. Oh yeah, Calloused as in callous.
Yeah, as in hardened over, like, you know.
I guess. I mean, I was
rough
more
to
of
the
a
touch.
psycho in that way. Like I was always kind of like I was a big mouth.
Hurt people, man.
You better believe it.
This
You
is the
better
this is
believe
the
it.
therapy episode.
Well, I'll say something funny. Last night, I was doing the cellar at like 1 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
and
On a Monday.
on a motherfucking Monday.
Mm.
Crowd was great, and
They were really fun for new jokes.
oh man, they were all the shows last night were really fun. I
Mhm.
did 2 at New York, 1 at the cellar, and they were all fun because I have like new jokes that I'm like kicking around
What's
with.
better than that?
Ah, there's nothing better, dude.
It's like it's kind of like getting hard, like fully hard again when you
Yeah.
haven't been able to for a
Yeah.
while. And
Yes.
you're like, I'm back.
Yes, you're
I'm
like
back.
because every time you write something and then you can't think of something, you're like, that was a fluke.
Yeah.
I came up with this bullshit mediocre thing
Mhm.
that's and people are falling for it and I'll never do that again. And so they were all fun, but I get off stage and Attell is after me and I'm like, "Hey Dave," and he's like, "Hey man, I got he's going, I have and then Simeon is calling him up. Are you guys ready for your last comic of the night?" And everyone's
Yeah.
like, and Dave just goes, I gotta make fun of you. And then he goes on stage and I'm like, what the fuck? And he's like, thank you. You know, it feels really good to know that the kid from 2.5 Men bounced back or something like that. And I was just like, oh, that's so funny how
Young-
much he had to be like, I gotta make fun of you for something.
That's nice that he warned you about it, and also
Yeah,
funny that he's like, it's climbing out of my
It's
mouth.
climbing out. He's like, I gotta figure out. Yeah, I have to warn you about this, but there is no stopping this wave. Yeah.
That's awesome, dude. I took, and I don't remember the last time I've done this. It's been like maybe a couple years. I took the weekend off
Wow.
this past weekend. I had like no.
That's crazy.
Nothing. I took Friday, Saturday off.
Wow.
And I was just like, because Skankfest was previous.
Yeah.
I think honestly that's like the thing that
You
I'm
have a
fighting right
sinus
now. Like I'm
infection.
just like everything that just all the hands, the pictures, the anal sex, it all
Right.
just kind of coagulated in my body and then time released a week later.
Yeah.
But it was
It's exhausting.
It was exhausting. But
Mhm.
also, I'll tell you what, taking a weekend off, what a fucking glorious endeavor.
Yeah. What did you do?
Friday, what did I do? Oh, Friday I had movie night with with my
nice.
son, which was super fun. What did we watch?
Jason and versus Freddy.
No, but he's been asking about that.
about horror movies.
About horror movies. Yeah, because all of his friends are like
Interesting.
telling him about 9/11 and Jason and Chucky and all this shit. And he comes home with all these questions. And
You
I'm
know,
like,
what in what grade is he?
first.
Yeah, like I started like my friends started telling me about like GTA and stuff like that. I
Mhm.
think at that age.
Oh yeah, no, there's some
That's
weird shit
crazy.
already.
South Park.
Like there's because a lot of them have older siblings,
Right.
so they're getting filtered down half information from other retards, and then they're
Yeah.
it's like a game of retarded telephone.
Yeah,
Where my
yeah.
son's like, "What's 9/11 and who's Bin Laden's?"
Yeah.
Bin Aladdin's.
Yeah, who's been Aladdin?
So he, which by the way, my friend, his kid, like a 3K or whatever, or like I don't know if it's even a school. It might just be daycare. They on 9/11. I think I sent you this. They had a picture that they were doing art. They do
Yeah.
art every day at whatever, and they made them put their hands in red and blue paint and press it on a piece of paper. And on the piece of paper was drawn the Twin Towers, and it said
Okay.
"Never forget."
Okay.
It's for like a 2 or 3-year-old kid.
Damn.
It's unbelievable, like how much trauma porn, like original sin of 9/11, we're trying to pass on to these fucking people.
I mean, I understand being like, this thing happened. And
100%, but I also don't think it needs necessarily 24 hours of the video showing every year on its anniversary.
yeah, and then you're left to have it to
Like how long
explain.
does that last? Was D-Day that, or because it was Hawaii, it was just it was
I
like
don't
knocked
know.
out
Yeah,
of the
you're
cycle.
Right. You're right. We really only learn about D-Day for like a second.
Right.
You're like, you get like a couple of days of it, maybe a day of it.
Yeah.
And then this is like, go to your local pizzeria.
yeah. Salute the Italian behind the counter. He likely was affected.
Salute Anthony.
He
Yeah.
likely had strong opinions about the Middle East.
So, yeah, I mean, but yeah, I guess with
Natalie was about to say something, though. I am interested in to hear what she was.
I was gonna say it's not like the kids can read Never Forget anyway.
No, it isn't, but it's like that's actually
That's
even
true.
worse in my
They
opinion.
can't read
It
in
feels
that
like
grade?
it's almost like a subliminal messaging of grief and trauma, where they're like they don't even tell you what happened, but you're pressing your fucking America hands on these
Yeah.
buildings that are no longer there.
Well, I think
We watched Home Alone 2.
Oh,
That's
great
why
movie.
that's what made
Great
me think
movie.
of this.
Great movie.
Because the Twin Towers are pretty
They're all over that
They're all
movie.
over.
They're
They
all over
are-
that
They
movie.
stay being in frame. So I almost I had to stop because crew asked me about 9/11, and I almost was like, "Oh, that's 9/11."
that's hilarious. You go, yeah.
Him taking the binoculars on top of the Twin Towers. That's where 9/11 was.
So what did you say?
What 9/11 was?
Well, or what? No. What did you? Yeah, actually, what did you tell him what 9/11 was?
I told. Well, he
an
told,
accident. You said
He
it
to,
was-
yeah, he told me.
planes
Yeah, I
flew
didn't
in.
explain terrorism to him, and that
Right,
there's
right,
people
right.
that that just do random acts of violence throughout the
Right,
globe, and
right.
it could happen to us at any moment.
Right.
But I told him that it was because he said I asked him what he thought it was. And he's like, well, I heard planes hit these buildings. And I was like, he was like, accidentally hit the buildings. And I was like, that is what it was. It was really sad. A lot of people
Yeah.
died. And it was, it's a sad day that we remember and whatever. And, try to spin it in a positive kind of like, not a positive, but just like it brought the city together afterwards and really showed
Yeah.
the triumphant human spirit of New York. And,
That's good.
I
yeah.
try to pump him up a little bit afterwards,
Yeah.
but I'm,
The back
I'm
of your
not going
head,
to be like,
you're like-
well, son, I can still hear the bodies hit the sidewalk.
Right. Yeah, you go, I got a great movie for you, Cheney, the Dick Cheney movie.
Yeah,
you gotta
no.
see that.
I mean, I have a whole bit about it now,
Yeah,
but it is
that's so funny,
eventually
dude.
him and I will be sitting in front of a fire just watching Loose Change at 5 a.m. just unblinking and just being like, you see?
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah, I mean, well, that's probably why it's got this weird, like, there's something.
Tail?
It's just, yeah, it's
It has the biggest tail of almost any news story ever, I think.
yeah, but I think it's got like a thing of like when you see these little kids putting their hands on the Twin Towers, there is a thing of like, what really happened? It's got like all this like negative press,
Right. Well, didn't Tucker
like it's
Carlson-
got
he
all
just-
this back, like it's there's a lot of conspiracy theory,
Right,
with
well,
it.
because the official story is like provable hogwash. Like a lot
Yeah.
of what they released is like, come on, guy. Like you're just saying this is crazy. And then
Yeah.
there's like, the 28 redacted. I mean,
Right,
inside the rabbit hole, there's
It
a whole library
only
of the-
took episode 4 to get to 9/11. Wow.
I mean, there's a lot of
There's a
information
lot
out
of-
there. Well, I mean, a preserved passport outside of rubble, not a burn mark on it.
I'm more interested in your kid asking about horror movies. I think that's more of an interesting
Well,
thing
I
than
told
this.
him that it's like, I was like, it's just not gonna happen. I was like, because he keeps asking, and I'm just saying, I'm like,
He's like, can we watch?
or just ask like, why? What does he do? What does Jason do? Did he play hockey? Why is he wearing that mask? And I'm just like,
it's a good question.
yeah, what does Chucky do? Like, you were scared of a doll, and I like.
He
I'm
said
not,
you were scared of a doll.
well, because I told him, I was like, listen, man.
he was calling you a bitch.
He
dude.
was. He calls me a bitch and like indirectly
like,
all the time.
Oh wow, okay. You got scared of a doll and
Yeah.
a man who was only in your dreams.
No, that's why everyone.
you got scared of dreams.
I really wish there was like a zipper, like where you can just zip and open a dimension tube and just stick somebody's head there and show them a memory of yours or something,
and go,
like The Giver,
"Do you like
or you
this
just
feeling?"
like grab their arm
Yeah,
and like
yeah,
powder.
yeah.
They feel the deer's dying feeling or whatever. And how many references
Deep
can I
cut
make
The Giver
in one
reference.
incomplete
That
thought?
was crazy.
But it's just like. I wish I could do that to him sometimes when he's kind of like, and I'm like, hey, my father used to bash my head into shit.
Right. Yeah.
But I
But
also
Chucky was scary whether your head was bashed.
Well, I
you mean
watched
when he's
it.
calling you a bitch.
Well,
yeah.
I watched it when I was 6. That was the first time I watched Chucky. It was with my friend Jimmy Phillips and Tommy Armstrong, and they were both older, substantially older, or like by 3 years. They both had no older brothers, or no, Jimmy didn't, but Tommy had 2 older brothers, so
Yeah.
he was just exposed to every nightmare you could think of.
Right.
And I then, as the youngest of all the boys in the entire block, got fed down everything. Like
Right.
it's the only time trickle down works is in trauma. Trickle down trauma economics actually totally works. And I remember I was watching Chucky 2 at Jimmy's house, and my mom called. Like, and his mom's not even there. I'm 6. I'm 6, just hanging out with an 8-year-old by ourselves in a house. And my mom calls and she's like, "What are you guys doing?" And I'm like, "Oh, we're watching Lion King." And at that moment, as if it was scripted, you hear, "Don't fuck with Chuck." And my mom was like,
She goes,
"Come home right now."
Yeah.
Right this
Wow,
second.
Holy shit.
And I just put on my little booties and I walked up the hill and I got smacked.
You got smacked for that?
Yeah.
For watching a fucking movie.
I mean, it's not even like.
Can you believe that?
Yeah,
For
it's
lying
not-
about it, probably.
Huh?
For lying
lying.
about it.
You
For
still
yeah, for
lied.
lying and also watching it in general. Like, I was weirdly given a lot of responsibility when I was like young,
Right.
or expectations.
Right. Hey.
Given a lot of expectations for me to act older than my age, mostly because my older sister is like a perfect human being and never made any mistakes, and so then I was,
Right. That's just the chemistry to make you a troublemaker.
family dynamics.
Yeah. I mean, I remember seeing
What were the expectations of you as a boy?
None.
Because like, what were your
No, just to
none.
be.
But what was your sister like when she was a solo
My
kid?
sister was a good grade. She got good grades.
Mhm.
She didn't cause any trouble. She really wasn't that. She was like probably a little bit more like. She probably cried a little bit more than I did,
Okay.
which was probably annoying. But she was like, she got good grades. She was like me was just like, don't stop lying. My parent, the biggest fight me and my mom ever got into I mean, we get into fights all the time, but what a constant was the fight. It was the lying.
Yeah.
I was
yeah.
always lying. Where are you? I'm at Jacob's.
Right,
I'm,
right.
And I'm at a fucking city dump.
Looking for hubcaps.
Yeah, I'm going, what? We're watching a movie. And I'm like, 1 sec, I'm robbing somebody.
You're at a Kennedy Fried Chicken. Tapping your gun against the window.
I have a balaclava on. I'm like, what? No, we're going for a walk. 1 second.
Put in 4 more pieces.
Yeah, you go. And put in some chicken. Help! No, hey. Yeah, I'll be home at 6. She goes, what was that?
You being a young boy and murdering somebody for talking too
Yeah,
loud.
going, what did I say? What did I say? I go, hold on. Beep. Nobody be a hero. I put her on mute. Yeah, I I don't know. I don't know what the expectations were.
Well, because so I don't know if this is interesting for people, but it's interesting for me, and that's all I care about at this moment. Were you and your sister? Did you and your sister catch your parents at 2 different points in their marriage?
No. We were 3 years apart, and we experienced the same exact marriage.
Okay.
Yeah, we just saw. I mean, by the time they got divorced, we were sitting there going like, yeah, Like you should,
Right.
you should.
But she doesn't remember a time where it was like perfect.
I don't know. I'll have to ask her.
I
but-
love that you barely know your sister. Every time I ask Brendan questions about his sister, he's like, I've never asked that. And it's like, what's her birthday?
Yeah, I don't know. We don't really talk about that stuff. We should. I have a problem opening up for some reason.
Yeah, with your sister.
With my
Maybe
sister.
that is a product of this. Maybe they divided and conquered, and they did it too successfully and compared the two of you
Buddy,
and created
You're
enemies.
spot on, dude. You are spot on. I mean, we're not enemies, but I do have to remind myself every once in a while that she was raised by the same parents.
Yeah.
You go, we're in this together, kind of thing.
You're all you got.
You're
You're really all you got.
yeah.
I mean, that is kind of the crazy thing. And eventually you get married and you have your own kids, maybe, or if you want.
Yeah.
And that becomes then your nuclear, you're all I got.
right.
But man, the more I've thought about it,
That's
it
what I'm
really
gunning
is
for.
like
I'm
it-
gunning for the family so I can have people to got. You know what I mean?
it's
'Cause as
it's the
of
whole
right
point.
now-
it's the whole point.
I don't got anybody. I ain't got nobody. And my teachers always told me I never amount to nothing.
In front of the buildings when I was just
Yeah.
trying to hustle.
When I was just trying to hustle, make some money to feed my dad.
My dad.
My teachers were actually very supportive. It kind of sucked.
Yeah.
You know, they're like, if you want to rap, you can rap. And I'm like, stop it!
That's
Stop
actually
it.
that's even funnier that they saw the potential in you that you refused to access because
had a
you thought
teacher,
that would be them winning.
Miss Flum was her name. Miss Flum would tell me in 3rd grade, she was like, you're going to be a famous sitcom actor.
No kidding.
Yeah,
Miss
she's like, "You're-
Flum.
Miss Flum.
Is she still around? Have you looked her up?
I don't think so. And like the sitcoms, she is dead and gone. I'm pretty sure.
If she's around, you should
Like the 3-camera
You should write her
sitcom.
an email because I was telling this story about how this college professor similarly was like, you remind me of, it was when I was like super political in college.
Christopher Titus.
He's like, no, Christopher Titus.
You remind me of
I don't
Christopher
know why that got me so much. There
I
could
love
be-
Titus.
I love that show too, but
Yeah.
I think in terms of just dude, I don't know if there's anybody I'm less like.
Yeah.
Like he's really
You have the same
handy,
hair.
He's like a man's man. Like
Can we see what Titus looks like right now?
He's still fucking churning out
Yeah.
hours on YouTube, man.
Yeah. He's funny.
I don't know much about him, but I saw his YouTube because I just like caught a Facebook ad or something like that, and the last like 8 hours he's done are all in the
I
millions.
missed it. What is he from? Sorry.
Oh my goodness.
Christopher Titus, he's
Oh.
he's a stand-up comedian, but he also had a short-running sitcom on Fox, I think it was.
Yeah,
in the
it was a very
in
popular
the '90s,
show.
and they canceled it, which he largely attributes to maybe politics or something like
You
that.
think
I
so?
I think I heard he was on like Kreischer's podcast, which was really cool because he was talking about storytelling.
Yeah.
And he's
He's such a good storyteller.
he's such a good storyteller, and he's very clearly put a lot of thought into it.
Yeah, let's watch some Christopher Titus for a second.
I don't know if
I
we're
heard
allowed
some.
to.
Oh yeah, we can't watch it on YouTube, right?
Sorry. I mean, I can show you what he looks like. Sorry for blasting that through.
That's
okay. I
okay.
don't
Let's
have
see what he
headphones
looks
on.
like.
Here he is.
Could we watch it on TikTok? Would that get taken down?
You could probably watch a second.
This guy has
hasn't
not
aged.
aged.
Not aged a bit.
I have to go. No,
Yeah.
get out of it because now you're in
Oh.
my shot. You got to go that way.
There we are.
Well, that was the worst thing we ever did.
There are some things that I've achieved in this career, and many of them are the worst moments in podcasting history.
Yeah,
That was one of them.
It's insane how that shit can happen.
What were we talking about? Reminded me.
Yeah,
of
your
somebody.
professor told you you reminded him of.
John Stewart.
Jon Stewart.
Just because I was like super overtly political at the time, and that was like when Jon Stewart was really ascending, like
Yeah.
after Bush got elected in 2000, and then
Right.
the 2004, like all that stuff. And this was the 2004 election, and so that's all it took was
Right.
one guy that was my dad's age to
Right.
be like, you should do this, and I'm like, I'm gonna chase that forever.
Yeah, you go. That's why it's so funny that you can just fuck somebody up for life.
Yeah,
by
yeah.
Doing one thing. Well, it's like that guy that.
I mean, he kind of did.
Yeah.
by telling me to
I
be
know.
a comedian.
He's probably like, fuck, I gotta
Sent me on a fool's errand.
You gotta start telling kids they're good with numbers.
Yeah, I'm like Vincent Chase trying to squeeze in
You go,
Medellin before I can film
"Oh."
Aquaman 2.
Exactly. You gotta look at a kid and go, you could be a really good data analyst.
Those are gone. You can't look at
Data
a kid
analysts?
yeah, dude, data analyst. That's all AI. Like
Oh,
that is
really?
like yeah. There were
Wow.
we're headed down a very interesting path because I'm curious. Like
Everyone's gonna become creative in some way.
I mean, that's more like you walk around the city, dude. There's so many tripods on fucking like sidewalks and shit,
Yeah.
and people doing, especially in the summer. Less now, but like in the summer, there's so many like
Yeah.
random fit checks and people doing
They're
like,
like, hey,
weird
I'm a
shit.
big fat Italian content creator.
You go to Union
I'm
Square
going
Park.
to the fucking Christmas store on Mulberry Street. Follow me.
Exactly.
And then somehow Mario Bosco's there.
yeah.
Oh.
That was incredible.
He's going,
You do that again.
Maron.
I meant Washington Square Park. That may as well be a hype house
JK
at
to
this
Mario
point. That's
Bosco, by the way. He rules.
what? Mario Bosco does not, in fact, rule.
Let's not
and I
get
will
into
say
this.
that out loud.
You're going to have the Bosco maniacs
The
coming after you, bro.
The Bosco.
Mario's got to, you don't want
He
to fuck with
definitely
Mario,
does.
bro.
I mean, you know, nice enough guy, and I certainly empathize with whatever he's got going on. But too many times I've been in a Long Island comedy club ready to go on, and he's shimmied his way and convinced me that they said he's going to do a guest spot. And I've been like, what?
happened
And then
to-
and then he's on stage, and the owner comes and is like, what is he doing on stage? I'm like, he told me you said he could be on stage.
Hilarious. Yeah, he goes, the trunk just appeared on there and he hopped out. No, but you know, what happened to the Mamba empathetic mentality, bro? You're not looking at Mario going like, well, this is his own story. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but no, it's my show. It's
That's
literally
true.
my show. Like
That's
if it was
true.
the Kobe Bryant game and not the Los Angeles Lakers,
That's true.
then I would definitely be like, no, Kobe, you have a right to be upset at your teammates.
That's true, dude.
But it's the Mike Cannon team.
That's true. That is true. It is the Mike Cannon team.
Like when I'm headlining, technically,
it is your show.
it's my night.
It is your show.
my
It's your
big
Sweet
night.
16.
Yeah.
It's your Sweet 16. You're not gonna have anybody blow out the candles before you.
That's right. Yeah, no, Mario Bosco's not gonna fucking roll out slowly in a bedazzled G-Wagon and take all the attention from me.
Yeah, he's going, oh, is for the way you look at me. Oh,
It's
you're the
it's-
only one I see. Hey, V is very, very extraordinary. I don't even know the rest of that. How does that go?
unbelievable.
He is.
Man.
He's got like high pitched Frank Sinatra.
It doesn't really sound like him, but I wish that is what he sounded like.
Damn, I'm gonna feel bad if this gets out to him.
Why? We're not
I
being
don't know.
overtly
He's a
mean.
nice
I
guy.
just, he would.
We're just
I think he would
fucking
also.
around.
I think he would also hear the fact that he
Yeah.
bursted onto my shows and cop to it.
Yeah, exactly. He would cop to it. I don't
Nice
want
enough guy.
the
Nice enough
Bosco
guy.
maniacs coming.
And
after
honestly, he diversified every lineup he forced himself into. 'Cause
Yeah.
he fills so many quotients from, intergender whatevs
Right.
and marionette doll. Mini Pee Wee Herman.
So, where are you on the road? What's going on with you?
What the fuck?
I'm trying to get off this Mario.
Okay,
thing.
so
I feel bad.
Fair enough. Sorry, I'm coughing right into the mic. Natalie, you may have to Febreze these or whatever. From my weekend off.
Oh,
This is something
yeah.
I told you about. So then Saturday, I really only took Friday off because Saturday I was blocking off anyway for my buddy's 40th birthday. He's like
Right.
my childhood best friend.
Right.
We've known each other forever.
That's
And,
great.
yeah.
You're like, I got something on Saturday. Let's block off Friday.
Yeah.
And I'm just not going to do anything Sunday.
It was just Sunday. I actually went in and did spots, but
Oh.
I Friday, Saturday, which I never do. I
Oh,
just
yeah,
took
yeah,
them
yeah.
off, and it was kind of nice to socialize with people who live for those nights.
Right.
Whereas, I don't know, comedy can kind of make you take the weekend for granted because
Yeah.
every night is a weekend, more or less. We're out every night.
Right.
So it just, Friday and Saturday have lost their specialness.
Yeah, you can only tell when it's Friday or Saturday by how excited everyone else is.
Exactly.
You're
Yeah.
like, ooh, Friday crowd. Everybody's happy.
Is that sad? That's
No.
that's a sad sentence that you just said, though. You can only tell that it's a Friday or Saturday based on how excited everyone else is.
Yeah, I guess you could. I think there's two ways to look at that sentence. One, you can look at it kind of cool. There's like the no effects, like I hate Fridays or something. That song where it's like, because every day feels like Friday. So when you're out having a good time, you're bothering me. But there's also the whatever the name of that clown is that goes to the doctor and he's like, you should see that clown, and he's like, I am the clown. What's that? What is that? Come on,
I've never heard
guys.
that. Is it the clown right behind us?
No, it's a very famous little
I'm sure it's a thing, and I'm not poo-pooing your thing. I just genuinely
anecdote.
don't know what
It's
it.
an anecdote,
I see.
and it's about what the fuck is the clown's name? You know who would know? Scott Chaplin. He loves
definitely would.
mentioning that fucking clown.
So the reason why I even bring this up is I was
Yeah.
talking to you about it Sunday when we were doing spots, actually.
Yeah.
And I did something that I would never do usually because, one, it's embarrassing and queefy.
Yes.
And two, it's just like, it's just not really my thing.
Yeah.
So there was a karaoke happening at the birthday party, but the karaoke was happening in the bar where everybody was, not
Yeah.
not in the side room with the birthday party.
Yeah.
If it's a birthday party and I'm with my best friends, which was awesome, dude. Almost all of my best friends from home
Yeah.
got together for probably the first time in like a year.
Wow.
Well, actually, there was a funeral recently, so the first time
In
since
a good-
funeral,
in a good way.
yeah,
Yeah.
under a good context in a while. So it was just like really great.
Yeah.
My friend Spess
awesome.
and B-Tags did a song. I forget what song. They were the first to sign up for the karaoke, and it was the worst performance I've ever seen in my entire life. Like karaoke-wise, whatever. We had just learned that Spess had never done karaoke before, which he seems like the
That's
most
great.
karaoke guy of all time. He's sober now, but
Yeah.
like back in the day, he was like cutting it up.
He was
and that
he was
just-
a party animal. That
an
dude.
animal. I mean,
Yeah.
you went to Schenectady with
Yeah,
us.
yeah,
where he
yeah.
was like
he was
a menace.
He was
to
crazy.
society.
Yeah, he was nuts.
But he's a fun nut. Like a great time, and I'm proud and happy for him that he's like no
Sure.
longer doing it, and he's a dad and all this stuff. But he sang the worst rendition of whatever song he sang. So B-Tags, he goes to me. He's like, "Let's do Forgot About Dre," and I'm like, absolutely not.
Yeah.
That sounds like my nightmare.
Yeah,
It's an
you
Irish
got to wig
pub.
out in front of people.
I've tried to jukebox rap in an Irish pub and have been met with such hatred that it's like there is no less forgiving for
Yeah.
hip hop environment
no.
than a blotchy skinned Irish pub.
Yeah, and
So-
you want to go full on Eminem turning red in front of a crowd kind of thing.
Yeah.
But you're like, I'm with like the mother of my children, and I'm going, yeah, like other people, and being like, and nowadays everybody want to talk when it
Yes.
go.
I think the thing that comedy has destroyed for me is like the ability. Like I've told you this before, but I don't even sing in my car anymore because
that's
I
crazy,
trash
bro.
myself in my
You
own brain.
gotta sing in your car.
I know.
dude. Yeah.
I have a tough time letting go. So this was part 2 of my however long series of embracing the cringe.
Mm-hmm.
So embracing the cringe, I'm sometimes so fucked up about like making fun of myself and
Sure.
feeling uncomfortable and all this stuff that I don't do things that like otherwise would be a decent one-off human experience.
Yeah.
For instance, Skankfest, I stage dived.
Stage dove.
Poorly, I might add.
Yeah.
But I did it.
I
So-
mean, it was I didn't think you could fall into people wrong, but you did it.
But I did it.
Yeah, but you did it, which is great.
So Joe List, which I gotta give props and shout outs to Joe.
Big shout out to Joe List for everything. I mean, he was just so nice to me on his podcast. I was like,
he
holy
was.
shit.
Oh yeah, that was a comment I read where Cannon wasn't mentioned. I was like, I wasn't even on the show he was talking about. What are you talking about?
What the fuck?
I was like, stop just trying to hurt my feelings.
What? Someone said that? That's
Yeah,
crazy.
it was funny. Honestly, I actually got a good chuckle out of it. But
Yeah.
it also old me would have stewed on that for a month
right,
and a half.
right.
But now it's taken me a
New-
week to let it go.
It's
My
good.
rebound's
That
quicker.
is good.
It is better.
That is good.
So Joe comes up to me before you perform, and he's like, how would you feel about stage diving during Brendan's performance?
Mm.
And I was like, I was high on vacation.
Yeah.
So at that point, I had no more shows. I had taken fistfuls of everything.
Right.
And I'm existing both on Earth and off.
Yes.
And kind of coming back to and from my body.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, in my head immediately, I was like, no.
Yeah.
And I was like, why, man? Why are you saying no? And I had all this like brief boom, boom, boom thought. And I was like, you know what? Yes, I will do that. He's like, good. I think that's something you should do.
Yes.
And he said it almost like he was Lorne Michaels talking
that's so
to
funny.
like,
We're
the
having
host for
Mike
the week.
fitted for weeks.
He's going to stage dive.
We're going to have Mike stage dive.
So you went on earlier than I thought, and immediately the flip-flops of my tum-tum.
That's so funny. You were nervous.
I was nervous while you're throwing everything into this singing
I'm
performance
nervous,
and
though.
crushing, doing great. I'm like watching
It's
you and just
nerve-wracking.
like beaming with just joy because
Yeah.
you're like meant to be a fucking emo singing queef bag, and I'm just having fun watching you. I had just watched Sam bat the shit out of the drums. And like, that watching Sam come off stage and literally be like, ha 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 ha.
Yeah.
Like I was just like, yes,
Yes.
yeah, man.
Yeah,
and like
that rules.
I don't know. And I was like, I want to get a bump of that.
Yeah.
I want to get a feeling of that.
Yeah.
Just like pure uncut, get the fuck away from well-written jokes and comedy. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, to
It's just-
throw well written in
no,
there.
but you know what I mean? Not from me. I'm worrying about that.
I know,
Like
I
worrying
know.
about,
Yeah,
is
you're
this
right, you're
written
right.
well? Is
You're
this, does anybody respect me?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
all that
yeah.
bullshit.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
get out of that and just fucking have fun, man.
Yes.
This is a fun industry. Stop being
Yes.
such a fucking wound up Irish twat.
Yes, I
So
agree.
I then like Joe's like, all right now, and I'm like, I immediately go to jump on the stage, slip, hit my shin, hit my chin on the edge of. So I'm like, oh, I like kind of bit my tongue.
That's the worst
My
thing that
shin
coulda
is
happened.
throbbing. I think it
Yeah.
opened up an old wound. I'm like, somebody from the back pushed my butt, so I got up on stage, but it
Yeah.
wasn't graceful. I see like 3 people in the audience laughing. I'm like, God damn it.
It is a comedy festival.
It is
You
a
are
comedy
supposed to be
festival.
laughing.
Yes, Natalie.
If it makes you feel any better, Jorge did the same thing and then couldn't chew on this side of his face for like 3 days later.
Oh
He,
my
like
God.
face planted into someone in the crowd.
What did he have, a
Oh.
stroke?
So that is what I was worried about because I also had just seen Kim dive into like a blank spot of the audience and just boom, hit her head. She was confirmed concussed.
Yeah.
While on God knows what, we all stayed up with her till 5 a.m. to make sure. And
Right.
5 a.m. we're like,
And if you die tonight,
Yep,
it's your fault.
It ain't our fault.
Yeah.
So, the immediate thing I'm thinking is like, dive in there, but make sure you're on hands.
God damn. Yeah, well, that's how you stage dive. You
Yes.
tell the crowd, you go, guys, I'm going to jump. I'm going to stage dive.
Yes.
That's, you just tell them. And
Well,
they're
I
like,
looked
"Oh,
and I
okay."
was like,
Yeah. You have 3 seconds to move if you want to move.
so I dive dick down.
Do we have a picture of that? Because I know you do have a picture.
I'll send it to Natalie too right now because
think
there's
is
like
it
Is
on
it
your
on
Instagram?
Instagram? Yeah.
the Instagram one. So pick that one up, and then there's one that's not on that's not on a permanent post, but it was on a story. That's the real view of what it looked like.
Is that
Because-
the one that's crazy?
Yeah, it literally looks like they're carrying a dead body from the stage to the back to throw in a dumpster.
It does look like you're like a king who died and they're passing you through the community.
They're gonna turn me upside. Like that looks cool.
That looks cool. That looks
From
cool.
the bottom, it is a little weird that I'm just like planking forward. Like
No, that looks cool. What they should do, you should put that on a t-shirt, like crop it so it's just your body. Make that black and white, like the old school New York hardcore scene stuff.
Like
and then just say
rip
like
Ian's
Ian's,
merch
like
off?
Ian's, yeah, rip Ian's merch off.
nice.
Real quick, Pagliacci was the clown that you
Pagliacci
were
is the
talking
clown.
about.
Oh,
So while you're
Of
getting
who?
this, while you're getting
was
the
telling a
picture,
story
while you're bringing up
before.
the picture, the clown. There's an anecdote. The clown goes to the doctor. Oh well, a guy goes to the doctor. Sorry, spoiler alert. Guy goes to the doctor and says, "I'm so depressed. I don't know what to do with my life. I want to kill myself." And the doctor goes, "You should go see Pagliacci. He's in town. You should go see him. He's a clown. He'll make you laugh." And he goes, "But doctor, I am Pagliacci."
That's great. I'm so
Yeah.
glad we found that.
Yeah.
All right, now I totally get it.
But it's
Did you get the picture?
You texted it to me? Or
I
you
texted it to the Fart Carnival group chat.
No, it hasn't come in yet, but it's a dead zone down here.
the old FCGC.
Yeah, FCFC. I would like to get a Fart Carnival football club
Yeah.
merch shirt going if we could start a soccer jersey.
My God, all these text
FCFC.
messages I'm missing. It's crazy.
Oh, you
I'm
freaking
so
out?
fucking popular. But I'm happy for you, man, because, you know, the same thing that you're feeling with the, like, let me stage dive, let me do Forgot About Dre.
Yeah.
That's how I felt when we went snowboarding. And I was like,
Ah.
I can do anything if I put my mind to it.
Right.
So there is, like, I'm allowed to let go. Like, I'm allowed to just, who cares?
These mental obstacles, man. What a
Dude.
wild life. It also so I had never done that before. I want to wrap this whole embrace the cringe thing up.
Right.
Because I had never stage dived before, as was evident. Like I was very reluctant, hesitant. the whole thing.
you were like, oh God,
Yeah.
oh God.
I hope somebody has like moving footage of it because I bet it's kind of funny to watch me just like old man crawl on top of people. But people were gracious. They were pushing me all over. I'm like. The funny thing is, in my head, I could hear myself screaming, but I was also laughing at how not loud I was. So I was like, whoa. But the crowd is like,
Now, yes, that is.
I mean, look at that.
That's the photo of you are a king who just
the
died.
king's body must go.
And you're the
to be
Pope.
cleaned.
You're the Pope, and you died, and they're sending you to your casket.
There's white smoke
and they're
coming
going,
from the chimney.
they're going, oh, and they're touching you and everything.
Yeah, they're creating secondary relics that they can then sell.
Well, when I was younger and you would stage dive, you never I remember most of the time I would never get to the stage to dive off of it. You just climbed onto somebody, and people were like so pissed.
Yeah, that would
I
really
remember.
hurt.
Oh, it sucked, but I didn't know any other way. Like I thought that was the way you do it.
Did you say to a guy, like a willing participant, or you just started
Yeah,
monkeying up somebody's back?
it's awful. Yeah, yeah. You tell everybody, you go, I wanna crowd surf. I
Yeah,
wanna crowd
yeah.
surf, and you go, and people are like, oh my God. And I remember, I did it. I saw No Effects at the Warped Tour in 2009,
Nice.
and they played this song called "Sticking in My Eye,"
Yes.
and it's a great song. I love the song. And when I heard it, I was like, oh, I want to crowd surf. What I forgot about the song is that the beginning of it is like a minute and a half of just a bass line. So it's going like doom 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 doom, and I'm going ah, like there's a part where it kicks in and it's like
that's appropriate for a surf.
I should have surfed when they kicked in.
Yeah.
So I'm just on top of people while it's going boom, 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 and I'm like, yeah. And then by the time I got off of the crowd surf, that's when it kicked in. I was like, oh,
that is a blue ball surf.
right. That's like punching people in a mosh pit before the heavy part comes
which
in.
also happened at Skankfest, and that was fun to watch. But I'm surfing around, and it is exhilarating, embarrassingly so, to the
Yeah.
point when I got
You're going,
dropped. I mean, I get back on the stage, and I'm like,
Yeah.
fired up, and then I
So
get behind
cool.
the stage, and I'm like, I'm watching you finish up, and I'm having such a good time. The song ends, I high five you. I'm like, oh, this was so great. And then I just was like, why do I have such a stomach ache? And I
You were
realized I got
stabbed.
hit in the balls like 50 times.
Yeah,
The
because
whole
people
time was
are
people just
going like this,
heal,
punching
yeah,
in
just
your
literally
balls, yeah.
healing me. And by the way, there's a couple of fucking Skankfest attendees that felt my doorknob of a fucking cock because it was a tiny little baby at
There
that
were a lot
point.
of dudes in that crowd.
There
that
were
night,
so many dudes, but
you're
it must have
gay.
felt like nothing. Like they must have been like, Cannon doesn't have a
Yeah,
dick.
it's, like,
Cannon
mushy.
actually doesn't have a dick. Like there's a couple people on the plane home who were like, I
They
don't
got
know if my
stuck in
Cannon
it.
has a penis.
Yeah, but that's very fun. That's literally my nightmare. I actually,
That's not what you started to say.
when it comes to like the goddamn comedy jam,
Yeah.
I pulled it back a little bit. I was like, don't go too crazy. You're gonna it's embarrassing after a while. I had that where I'm like, don't go too crazy. Do it like how like these new guys, like they, I'll watch these bands where the leads, like the main guy,
Yeah,
the guy
lead.
who's singing,
Lead singer.
is like he's just walking around, he's just having a good time, like he's just like they don't all have to be fucking like
Yeah, but the best are. The best are the people that command a crowd like that. I mean, obviously, there's people that are like a little
Yeah.
more subdued and they're detachment brings power. There's
Right.
very few people like that, but some of them do that.
Right.
But the real, like, the guys that control a fucking arena as though it's
Right.
a living organism, like,
Right.
they're all over the place. I mean, Billy Joel is like a nymph elf, like,
Yeah.
literally fucking pixie dusting across the entire
Even though
stage.
he looks like a fucking Chuck E. Cheese animatron now. He's so fucking old.
He's pretty
He's like-
old. I mean, also, the one that looked real old, like Billy Joe, you could tell he's like,
Oh, you mean Billy Joe Armstrong? I thought you meant Billy Joel.
did I say Joel?
I thought you said. I
Oh,
thought you
Billy
said Billy
Joe.
Joel.
I meant Billy Joe
You meant
Armstrong.
Billy Joe Armstrong. Oh, Billy Joe
Yeah,
is
nymph
like.
elf.
Ooh, yeah, he's crazy.
And he's like really fleet of foot, even still. And the only one that really looks old is Trey, because
Yeah.
Trey definitely still
drinks.
boozes.
Yeah, still
and he's like
drinks.
60 with a fat alcoholic face and mascara. And you're like, fucking keep living the dream, Trey.
Those
Cool.
guys, though, holy shit! I mean, the
Tightest show I've ever
stamina-
seen.
The stamina.
Yes.
The stamina you must have to play for 2.5 hours straight of just these like fast punk shit, and you really only have like 2 or 3 songs that you get to like slow down and take a second.
Yeah, American Idiot had so the show I went to, we watched them play
We went
Dookie,
to.
American. Oh
We
yeah,
both
you were there.
Yeah,
That's right. I
we
forgot
were
about
both
that.
there.
Sorry, I didn't go with you.
Wow.
We just happened
We
to be
saw
in
each
the same
other.
place. We did briefly.
Yeah,
For a moment.
For a moment.
Nicole was like 8 months and 3 weeks pregnant. She was gonna have a
Yeah,
kid
she
any
was about to
second,
pop.
and which was both fun and also like a little anxiety inducing to be like, we might have to fucking dip. Like if
Yeah.
something happens, if your water breaks, we gotta get the fuck out of here. But this one woman, like 50 years old or whatever, came up to Nicole and was like, I had my son in my belly. We saw Red Hot Chili Peppers in '97. He still loves hearing
And
of
then
that
he
story.
didn't even. He died on the way
Yeah,
out.
and now he's been brain dead ever since.
Yeah, he's on heroin. It's cool. And with Green Day, you're sitting, and you're not sitting, you're standing, but
Yeah.
like you're not in a mosh pit or whatever.
There was a little bit of one like, that I
Oh,
didn't
really?
go near, but we
Yeah.
had great. Yeah, we had floor seats or whatever. But
Same.
either way, so the embracing the cringe, I do that. Forgot about Dre. I'm wrestling with myself because I'm like, this is so queefy, and then I'm like, but fuck this. Like nobody here knows me. Like I'm here
Yeah.
with my friends. Who cares? We're having a good time. Like why won't
Eminem
I?
walks in and he's like, ugh.
You're
Well,
like, what? Marshall?
Marshall,
We get to.
don't call me that. You don't get to call me that.
Do you think that's what he would say?
No, he would say, I love you, man. This is awesome.
Oh yeah. Thanks, man. That actually that
He
felt
would,
good.
he would love it. I mean, he's been on a fucking tour. He's been on a press run of just
empathy.
empathy towards his fans.
I
and
saw the
being
one
like,
where the clip from that rap show that you told me to watch, like making a rapper or whatever.
Oh my God,
And the
yeah.
girl gets knocked out, and he like comes over and consoles her.
Yeah,
and you're
he's
like, this
oh,
is
don't
Slim
cry,
Shady.
don't cry. Well, he's dead now. Slim Shady's dead.
Slim Shady is dead. So embrace the cringe.
I love this new Eminem.
I
and
do.
I take it personally if people don't.
Me too. Same. We're on the same exact page. We're the same guy.
We're the same guy.
We're the same guy. So I do it, and I'm immediately like embarrassed and feeling weird. I'm high too, so it's not helping.
Yeah.
And then as soon as I started doubling the words at the end of the sentence for B tags, I was like, gloves are off.
Yeah, he's like,
Let's
no,
ha-
me.
yeah,
OG.
and I mean, just
Low
being the
key.
proof to his Eminem and vice versa,
G's.
and having
No
the
Gs.
wind to like do the Eminem verse, which I don't know
Yeah.
how that guy literally must do fucking breath exercises or
Yeah.
something
I mean,
because
the breath is
to
so
go
good.
from straight verse to then chorus, that was the
Yeah,
hardest part because
yeah.
he's the chorus.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what. He can, when he recorded it, you can do the chorus, and you don't have to do the verse yet.
Right.
And then when he did it live, he could let other people finish it.
I suppose, but I mean, he's like a guy that did Rap God live.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I'm still not human. What I gotta do to get through this.
That sounds like you're rapping while eating out. Just eating a woman
That's
out.
how I do it.
Do Rap
Most
God.
guys do. Most guys do the alphabet. I do Rap God. I go bum 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 bum.
At the end, you're like,
You know what I'm
She's
saying?
like, yeah. She's like, is this ever gonna pick up? And you go, oh, it's gonna pick up. I do love you so much. I gotta get this.
I think we found a new technique. I'm gonna try it tonight. With
I
a
don't even
sinus
go down on
infection.
Caroline.
What? Do you not?
I mean, rarely. I used to, but she was like, she's got me in a tricky situation because,
We don't have to talk about this. It's up to you.
well, she told me, she's like, I don't really like that. And I was like, okay, then I won't do it. But she still busts my balls. She's like, you never go down on me. And I go, you told me you don't like it. And she's like, I know.
wow.
She like just loves throwing it in my face.
Women
she
love
likes
leverage.
having a thing.
She
Yeah.
wants to be proven wrong.
Oh,
she hasn't gotten.
okay.
She hasn't gotten.
She
the-
goes, I don't like it so far.
Yeah, she's waiting for you to change her mind.
You know
she's
what?
ready for you to rap God, snatch God.
I'm gonna snatch her god. Yeah. I'll do it. I'm gonna do it.
Tonight.
She's not home.
Damn it.
I would
Well,
do it tonight. Are you
even,
kidding?
She doesn't even know what she's up to.
She has
she's
no
coming.
idea what's coming. She's gonna go, oh, oh.
You're going to turn her into Miss Doubtfire.
This isn't the
Help
clip.
is on the way, dear.
Help is on the way, deal.
Oh.
Okay, so you rap.
So I do it. It's not only do we get through the song and have so much fun together,
Yeah.
but the white Irish Rockland County crowd is fucking fired up.
Oh, are they?
Screaming, cheering, like it's a
Whoa.
real concert.
That
like,
rules.
I mean, when we were like, fuck you too, bitch, like the crowd is like, ah! I mean, the one part that gave people
Whoa.
kind of pause was when I was like, motherfuck the police, like with
Yeah,
him, and
yeah,
all of
they're
them are
like,
cops. so they're like,
okay.
all right, son, easy.
We're having fun
Easy.
here.
We're
but
all
let's just
police
remember-
officers.
Let's remember that they come to save us.
Yeah, they come to save us. It's a thin blue line. So we're, whatever. People are pumped. They're clapping, the whole thing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, that was so fun. I'm going to continue to do this. Really, like, that first seed of, no, you shouldn't do this. Fuck that. If it's fun, I'm in.
Yeah.
And, fun and doable and safe and whatever, I'm in.
Yeah.
But also then, yesterday, I was looking at my tags on Facebook and some fan recorded it.
What? Really?
Posted it on Facebook.
Mike, that's so cool.
It is.
I think
it
that's
is
cool.
But it's also
You're like Bill
oh,
Murray.
No, I know.
No, that's cool, dude.
It's now out there in the world somewhere.
You're Bill Murray and RZA, like pouring shots.
I don't know if he was
at
a fan.
bar.
He's a guy that knows me that I don't really know. So I'm attaching fan to him.
That is a big difference because if it was a fan, he's like, "Look at this! Mike Cannon came and he rocked the house with Forgot About Dre."
He didn't say
If
anything.
he's not
it was
a
just
fan-
the video, which I found
right,
interesting.
all
Yeah, I don't
right.
know really how to take that.
How
cool, though.
How many other people could there be that know you that you don't know them who aren't fans of you? Like, how else would they know you?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. Do you feel this way? Because we're kind of in a funny place where, especially if we go home or if somebody's like looking at us in the city for too long, you're just like, it's weird to assume that they're fans because that feels like I'm being presumptuous and that feels like I'm like kind of sniffing my own shit here a little bit. But so I always assume that I know somebody from high school, but then they're like, which was actually a great thing about Skankfest. Some people were like, Mike! And I'm like, oh, hey! Assuming that I met them in years past. And they're like, you don't know me. And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, thank God.
That's always
dude.
a nice thing to
Thank
say.
you
Like,
very
yeah, we
much.
just met.
Yeah. A couple. I mean, this has been the most self-aware Skankfest year I think I've ever experienced in my life because a minimum 4 dudes commented how parasocial our relationship is.
Right.
And like that was different. They're like, I'm well aware that I know way more about you than you know about
The
me.
crowd is
and-
getting older.
Oh, I mean,
That's what's happening. This
that was
crowd is
my-
getting older.
That was my big acid lesson. Not
Yeah.
lesson, but like the thing that kept is because everybody's the wrinkles were deeper.
Yeah, they're
the
like-
bags were like just everything was in 8K. So
Yeah.
I was just like, we're getting old, dude. We're
Right,
getting
yeah, they're like,
fucking
I
old.
love this.
Mhm.
I love Skankfest every year. I love
I mean, I'm
Dominic
stretching because my hips
Carradine.
hurt. Like
I know, I'm
it's
stretching.
tough.
Yeah, I know. I was like, I can't do this anymore. I was like, I literally need to sit down.
Yeah, literally, literally.
Dang, yo.
Well,
But it was a fun time. I mean, Skankfest is far from over. I don't know. I actually meant it's been over.
Yeah. It's
That's
been
what I mean.
it's been over for a
far
while. But these are
from it being over.
This isn't really a recap of Skankfest. This is also we talked about Skankfest on Beautiful Boys. This was
Right.
something I omitted, and this is life lessons brought to you by Skankfest, which I
Who'da
saw.
thunk?
I mean, I saw fucking Serafina have like the most important night of her life.
Oh
while
yeah.
we were there.
What happened? I haven't
She
seen her
brought-
since.
It was sweet to see several people that work here have their I think 5 people had their first Skankfest, and I'm like,
Wow.
Yeah.
And they're all having their little "I can do it" moments.
Yeah.
That's what I watched. So I
Yeah.
watched that young lady have literally like a crisis of consciousness, trying to like
Yeah, because
I can't stand in front
Serafina
of-
came from like
a Yas queen. I assume,
Omega
like,
Beta Qui Qui Omega Beta Tau Alpha Lepta Epsilon.
you're not wrong.
So
Yeah.
we're come on, girls. We're in the fucking frat. We like to sing and all that. And if you don't come to our house parties, we will call you fat. We're the Sigma Alpha Tepsilon Sigma Alpha T. Sigma Alpha T is what you want to be. Hey, and they're all going. And now Serafina is snorting like a worm off of Joe DeRosa's cock.
off
and
of
like
Hate Speech the Bear.
off Hate Speech the bear. And just carving the N-word into her chest.
like Mark Wahlberg in Fear. Just blowing Vic ink all over it, rubbing it. Just be like, this is who I am now.
Yeah. She's having her almost famous moment where
Oh.
we're like
I'm a golden god.
good for her and good for everybody else that experienced that.
It's cool to see. It's cool to see people have
Yeah.
have big life affirming moments. It is also funny to just to consider her trajectory as last year or the year before she had a little,
Yeah.
and now she's worried Dave's gonna get in the middle of an episode.
Yeah, that's so fucking hilarious. She's like, guys,
Bleep that, please.
guys, remember, we need to, like a year ago, she's like, when you go to the frats, you have to talk to the boys,
Mhm.
okay? God, what are we? We're gonna be some loser fucking sorority that is not gonna have brothers. Is that what you want? Is that why you came here? And now she's like,
Louis been like, Serafina, get me a body brain coffee.
yeah. He's like, Serafina, get me a condom filled with ketamine now. You're like, yes, sir.
Oh,
Anyway,
that's so fun.
so thank you for everybody who we saw at Skankfest.
Yeah, and
who
also
was
the
really
Fart Carnival
nice about
vibes.
I like the vibes. I think the vibes are good.
They're excellent. The Fart Carnival vibes are very high. Thank you guys. In the comments as well. I mean,
Yeah.
everybody is very positive.
Well, we got some enemies. I'll say that. There's some enemies in the comments, and I'll tell you what, you'll be on board before you know it.
That's right.
You
Yeah,
know
well,
what
yeah,
I
I
mean?
mean, enemies of the name mostly, and that's perfectly fine. It's
No, and if you're enemies of the name, you're enemies of us.
I
If you
side I
comment-
side with Brendan.
If you comment every single week and say that you hate the name, that
That
benefits
Maybe
us.
you love
Oh,
us.
of course. Yeah, and also, I think much like who owns this network, this name could start hateable, and then eventually you'll fall in love with it.
I don't give a fuck about any of that shit.
You tell him, Sag Daddy.
You know what it is. Fart Carnival. Check us out on the road and stuff.
Yeah, I'm on the road.
I'm also on the road. I got a good couple of dates coming up.
Nice. Do you want to give
Um,
yours first?
Yeah, go
mine
to listen to Sag Daddy DePod as well as Fart Carnival. Obviously, subscribe to the YouTube, subscribe to our YouTube, my YouTube, all that stuff. January 30th to the 31st, I'm at the DC Comedy Loft, and the week before that, let me do this again. January 22nd to the 24th, I'm at the Atlanta Helium, and then January 30th to the 31st, I'm in the DC Comedy Loft. Please come on out to that. Start of the new year. come see what everybody's talking about.
Oh man, I love this version of you. I hope this continues to blossom into just a fucking asshole.
I don't know. Yeah,
That's
come
the
just
best.
come hang out,
Come
man.
see what everybody's been talking about. This kid's been on the internet.
No.
MikeCannonComedy.com for all my dates. December 12th and 13th, I'm in Janesville, Wisconsin. 3 shows at the Comedy Cabin. I've heard that club is great. Please come out to that. December 19th and the 20th, I'm in Point Pleasant, New Jersey at Uncle Vinny's Comedy Club. For New Year's, I'm in Red Bank, New Jersey with DeStefano, so wherever he's playing, check that out. And then I'll be in Delaware in January, Pottstown, Baltimore, you name it. I got a bunch of dates coming up, all of which are at MikeCannonComedy.com. And I just dropped an hour-long show on my YouTube live at the Gramercy Theater. This was filmed and performed in 2023 when I was selling tickets. And I did a great show. It was between White Privilege Homeless and Traumatized Animal, so some of the jokes you will eventually see fully fleshed out on Traumatized Animal, but a lot of them are not stuff that I included on the special and are just kind of like, it's a very fun show and a strong hour, in my opinion. Check that out on my YouTube, Mike Cannon Comedy, and peace and love, everybody.
Peace and love, y'all. You know what it is. If you're not with us, you're against us.
It's a Fart Carnival.